Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Inside. So, been about 2 hours now. We've probably passed that 2 hours no question asked refund limit on Steam. Not that you can't get a refund after 2 hours of gameplay, but they start to ask more questions at that point. And not a lot has happened. We've just barely been introduced to a new type of enemy that maybe will affect us, but we may never fight again because it was in the water and we are potentially out of the water now, potentially forever. Uh, and honestly, I would be fine with the game just wrapping up at this point because it doesn't feel like it has anything more to offer. We're going up this kind of beach slash sand dune, and I don't expect that that's gonna lead towards us ending up in a desert level. Nope. It's probably more of a just another edge of a dam. This boy cannot lift this gate. Probably won't lift the gate. We'll probably have to mind control some people. We did find out that the extra generators we're shutting off are controlling the mind controls. It feels like this could be the place where a big boss fight might happen. Uh, but we're completely inept and inequipped to have a big boss fight. We can definitely hear a big heartbeat. So, like, I don't care for 1 second if I had 1,000 of these marionette humans to control. I don't think any of those would be people that it would. I don't think it would be enough. Yeah, and this thumping sounds more mechanical than animal. It's what's interesting is it does seem like these people are kind of moving slightly more than the other characters. You can see this U sign here is also rattling to catch your attention. 19, 18, 19. So we need another 19 people. So this is going to be quite the puzzle. But we've got the power on. Why you need specific numbers, I don't know. Why there is such a specific controlling factor around these marionettes, I don't know. It does really imply that whatever is brainwashing or turning these humans into marionettes doesn't seem to have 100% control or work 100% of the time. Um, it may be more of a weight system than a um, than actually 19 people. 19 seems like an arbitrarily high number. But I saw 3 people there, and there's one person in the behind that gate. So if I can get 2 people to open the gate, which is what I think you need, 2 or 4. It may have been 4 when we solved that puzzle before. 4 people to open the gate to get 5 people to then slide a cage to get potentially um, potentially 3 more people. Boy, this definitely feels like this could just be the final puzzle of the whole game. Definitely feels like this is getting crazy. Maybe the soft sand is supposed to indicate something. Here we have 5 people. Like, it could be a case that the soft sand is supposed to indicate that... Yeah, I can't go any further. I'm gonna die if I try to go that way. Yeah, it could be the soft sand gland is supposed to indicate a pollution. Now, I can't just grab these people. If I was to go... And to go upward... I am gonna have to swim. We'll try it. Yeah, worst case scenario, we die here. And then we get a quick travel backwards. Nope, this does seem like this is what you were supposed to do. Is swim. We don't have the ability to really get to the bottom of the lake to check to see if there's a secret, but I imagine there really isn't. Yeah. Our character seems like he might be getting better at swimming. Or holding his breath, at least. It would be weird if the game subtly was improving your abilities. But not that weird. Not something that would be shocking. The only game I can even think of that would come close towards the idea of making a big deal about the game improving your abilities would be the game of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, where the younger son in the first act is fairly incompetent, and then by the time he's at the last act, he is very capable. And there's a lot of logic as to why that's the case. Alright, so the helmet broke off, but they're willing to follow me. So, the helmet itself maybe is limited to some amount or some level. Clearly, sand does not protect you from that. Interesting. They don't... They're not just following you, though. They lifted you up. Can I take the helmet off? Seems like the answer is no. So, the best hope here is that I can just run faster than these guys can. No, I don't have to run. They won't just walk into open air. Interesting. So, like, everything we've seen about these marionettes seems to be not quite accurate. There definitely is some level of intelligence, although loyalty seems to be to whoever is wearing the helmets. And only whoever is wearing the helmets. Or it is back to the idea that there is possibly a issue where I'm getting stronger in controlling the logical people, or controlling the people better than I was before. Lift me up. Okay. We can see far to the left here, but I don't think I can do anything. I think I'm supposed to actually fill in the grain, but I'm not sure how I'm supposed to do that. You would think pulling this rope might be the thing that would lower the grain. No, okay, I see what we're supposed to do. It's not as simple of a puzzle as just leaving it where it was. It's buying yourself some time, then lifting yourself up, and then they're going to push this cart as you walk here. So your goal is just to fall down on it while they're still pushing it. And they're just going to continuously try and push it because they're going to continuously try to get to where you are. And this leads us to an area to the far left. And the water, very much just cycling between water and factory and buildings and caves all over the place. I assume those people are just still trying to get to where I am. And it closes the bottom part, so it's not like there's something there. Interesting. You cannot push up a box, which that does really hint towards you being fairly light. Maybe there's more to this. Up. You press X, go up. Down doesn't do anything. Pressing X again doesn't do anything. Maybe we're supposed to put the box here like that. That could be it. And that was just more marionettes. Interesting. Although these marionettes have like construction helmets on them. So does that mean something more? Yeah, I guess the question really just comes down to these guys will lift me up and throw me up too. Do the same thing. Actually, let's see if they'll do the same thing over and over again. Nope. They don't seem particularly capable of capturing you and then tossing you up again. So you can't just fully loop it. Yeah, it seems like these characters, after a certain distance, stop following you. Interesting. So I think I've gotten everybody here. Let's go get the rest of them on that floor. So maybe these little marionette puppets are in some way something that the character you're playing as cares about. Maybe you are the one that turned them into marionettes, or maybe you're the one that's trying to free them as marionettes. Could also potentially call them like clothes store mannequins. They're white like clothes store mannequins, which makes them creepy because of their lack of features, just being all pure white. Not sure. I want to have those people jump down. Good, they won't jump down. But just because something is creepy looking doesn't mean they are evil or anything. It seems like these guys are fairly harmless. There, I just knocked one over. If anything, they seem to be particularly helpful. Now, I do wonder if I was to take these guys to the other side of the to the scale, once they cross those borders, would they stop following me? And could I potentially lose the assistance that I need? Yeah. No, that doesn't seem to be the case. So we are down to just needing 8 more people. And they do seem to follow. So just wait for everybody to get on board. You can tell that there is a level of unique artificial intelligence programmed into each of these characters. They don't all walk quite in step and make every move. Some people run a little bit faster. Some people move a little bit slower. They bounce into each other. That makes them feel a little bit different. And that's better programming, although it tends to be the case that if you don't start using a lot of shortcuts with artificial intelligence and characters, even having 20 characters on the screen can overwhelm modern computers, even high-end gaming computers. So there is often a lot of tricks that are done, and they're good tricks because you often don't notice that there's some NPC in the background that is acting exactly the same as some other NPC a mile away, just because they copied the artificial intelligence routines. Um, in this case, there almost certainly are 2 or 3 of these zombies doing the exact same thing almost at the exact same time, but there's enough variety there for it to look alright. These guys did not die, so that looks like we got about 3. We needed 8, but that didn't give us another item to interact with. So, answer me this, game. Do we have somebody that can throw me? Yes. So we gotta go down and then get enough momentum and then go up and hope that that would have reached it. So it seems like it's fairly close all the way down, then at some point when it's in the middle here, all the way back up, and that's good enough. Not particularly that complicated of a puzzle. They didn't want to make it complicated, and thank you for that, I would say, game, because yeah, there's no other hooks as far as this game, as as far as things that would make you want to keep on playing. So if you hit a major difficulty spike in any puzzle, it would be very easy to effectively rage quit on this game. You're not, you haven't been told how many collectibles you need to find for all the achievements unless you looked at the achievements, which I didn't. You haven't been given any in-game number of collectibles or items to try and collect. You haven't been told how far you are from the ending of the game. If you're 5% through, or um, I am 1 person shy. Where is that 1 person? Unless it's not that I'm 1 person shy, it's maybe the weight calibrated itself when there was a marionette standing on it. Yeah, I don't think it's that you have to turn the power off to recalibrate it. So we're back to the theme of using people, except for now we have seen that there is actually some sentience and intelligence amongst these marionettes. And now we've crossed a small line where it's asking you the question, is it acceptable to use 1 dead person? Is it more acceptable to use 20 living people than 1 dead person? Where the question before was it acceptable to kill a chicken to save a boy. So it definitely seems like the game is going to continuously ask us more extreme versions of this calculation as to, is there any difference? Is it better to use a dead body than 20 living creatures? Is it worse? Yeah. Particularly if you don't have any care for the people or their body, and you have like no established religious morals as far as how dead bodies should be treated, or societal norms on how dead bodies should be treated, you're going to have a very different response there. I could see this boy potentially going, the dead body means nothing to him. I could see the boy saying that these marionettes mean nothing to him. I still can't take the helmet off. And it seems like we are moving into a war zone, and they are not following. And the helmet just broke once we left the facility, which makes me wonder if the helmets are limited in range and where they can be used. Yeah, it definitely feels like there's massive impulses happening here. Wow. And you've got to be behind it, and I guess that's what the exploding box was teaching us. So let's just wait for the next impulse and then run. So I have no idea what's going on here as far as controlling all of that. I think I have to swap this after it happens, which means I'm going to pull backwards and then I'm going to have to run. We still have no idea what kind of world this is, what kind of facility this is, what's going on at all. We're just seeing explosions. Okay. Things seem to be moving around. And then it will stop moving around. But I don't know if that's in the foreground or the background or what. Oh, I see. I didn't realize we were still dealing with this explosion puzzle. Okay. So we have to be in the shadow, like in previous puzzles. And we have to kind of move in the right timed pattern. Which maybe this means that this is not quite the right time. Okay. It moves too fast for me. Yep. I'm really hating how this game kind of does this. Like, it makes it so you have to die multiple times before you even know what the right move is. Okay. I think you're safe up here, and that's probably your checkpoint. But there's no going back and switching things. So best I can figure, we're probably just supposed to run and jump. And that doesn't make sense. Unless I'm supposed to actually make this all the way up to here. You really can only get about to that point. So if I was to go boom and try and really just line up with it, which that may be the real choice here. I guess it would be a real question about just how much, like, if you could get it totally synergized. And it seems like it is just in different places. Yeah. That seems pretty insane to believe that's what you're supposed to do. Even having here may not be enough. Boom. Boom. Jump. Run. Jump. Jump. Just doesn't feel like you could make that distance. So I really have to question what the idea is. Yeah. It's like just the biggest shotgun you've ever heard of. It seems like you would have to stop it in such a way that the boom would happen right about there. And then when there's a boom, release it there. Wow. And immediately we heard the music tell us that that was the move. But that move sucks, to say the least. And it doesn't help you with that next transition. Alright, now. And so we would hope that that would be a checkpoint. Come on. And the fact that the music is playing like this feels like we're approaching the end of a sequence, if not the game itself. safety, at least one would hope. There's all these marionettes, and they're getting destroyed or getting heavily hurt. Well, hopefully that doesn't reset me back to the point we were at before. Yeah, if anything, it seems like they were strapping in these people and experimenting on them. I don't know if these are marionettes or if these are or just regular humans, or what the marionettes became. Okay. So we either have to move really far and really fast. This door has the number 2 on it again. At best, I'm only protecting a couple of these people, and I'm definitely hurting quite a few people in the process. Like, I think you could probably get right up to the edge here, and the boom won't flap. But I don't think you can abandon the door, the shield. That's as far as we can go. And so now we have another problem where we need to be down there when the boom happens, and the arm needs to be down there. So one boom up at the top like that, then the next boom will happen down there. And that seems like that is a little bit easier of a puzzle than the previous one, which honestly was a little bit too timing centric. I thought we were scot-free there. Definitely the game is making it feel like we are going to get it scot-free. Plus, we're in a weird position now. Like, on one hand, we've been going 38 minutes. On the other hand, I think we may be close to the end of the game, but I doubt we are like 5 minutes away from the game, so we should just wrap up here and make one more episode at least. Several times it feels like, oh, we're just about to be done, and it just is stalling and stretching for time. So many games do that, and at some level, maybe that's all video games are these days, is a lot of fluff in the middle to pad out the runtime. But this one certainly is getting weirder and weirder with each new section that we run into. If we really think about how this game started, you were a boy in the woods being chased by people with flashlights, kind of like the movie E.T. And at some point you went to a farm and then a city, and then you found the marionette people, and you've been doing these marionette puzzles, and then you saw this long-haired mermaid type monster in the ocean, in this sunken facility. We keep jumping from buildings that look like factories to facilities to experiments. We crossed a dam, and now we're in this region that is doing this like huge impact shotgun booming puzzle, and that's just not something you would have expected. I kind of would have expected that there would have been a loud boom at least once at the very beginning of the game to hint towards that, or just a loud boom every now and then, to hint towards that. But yeah, this part of the game feels very, very different from the rest of the game up until this point, and none of it seems to really make any sense as far as what's really going on storyline wise. Other than we're just trying to escape. We know that much, or we're trying to survive. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want to friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.